In this series we go through things you might not know from the Transformers live action franchise. Did you know Transformers Revenge of the Fallen was inspired by films such as Superman 2 and Aliens? In the DVD commentary for Revenge of the Fallen, Alex Kurtzman speaks on what brought the writers together to create the second Transformers movie. Kurtzman explains they spent a lot of time talking about sequels that inspired them as kids, two of which were Richard Lester's Superman 2, and the other was James Cameron's Aliens. The reasons why these movies inspired the writers were that they stood completely on their own, without the audience having to see the first movie, and the second reason was that the main characters went for a significant trial. In Superman 2, Superman has to give up his powers to save Lois. In Aliens, Sigourney Weaver, who plays Ripley, was becoming a mother. Here's Kurtzman explaining.
We spent a lot of time talking about sequels that inspired us as kids and the kinds of things that we loved, and the movies that kept coming up for us were movies like Empire Strikes Back and Superman 2 and Aliens, and the common denominator among those movies were that they stood completely on their own without having seen the first one, and two, the main character went through a very significant trial. Whatever was established about him in the first movie was put to the test in the second one. Superman having to give up his powers for Lois, or Ripley having to become a mother, or Luke having to face against his demons in Empire, and all those things were very inspirational to us. So that was the well we were seeking to draw from in doing this movie.
Did you know Sam's baby Booties in Revenge of the Fallen come from Michael Bay? Michael Bay has stated that Sam's parents in Transformers are actually based on his own mum and dad. Bay was given his very own baby Booties back by his mum 3 years prior, which inspired this scene. It's worth noting that Bay tends to have a bit of an obsession with his baby Booties, as they are also featured in 2022's Ambulance.
His fucking baby Booties?
Did you know Autobot Brains had two other names prior to appearing in Transformers Dark of the Moon? Initial concept art of the character shows that Brains was originally called Brainiac. As concept art progressed, Brainiac was changed to Highbrow, a name which seems to refer to the facial features of the character. The name Highbrow may also be connected to fellow Autobot Q, who at one point was listed as Steeljaw. The pair together tends to sound like a duo, with both having disfigured eyes and electric hair. The names Highbrow and Steeljaw were eventually scrapped, with the two characters being known for their intelligence, which is most likely why the crew opted out of using Highbrow and settled on Brains. Did you know Dwayne The Rock Johnson turned down a role for Transformers 4? In 2013, Dwayne Johnson appeared alongside Mark Wahlberg in Michael Bay's action comedy Pain and Gain. Bay had such a blast working on the movie that he ended up casting Wahlberg as Kay Yeager in Transformers 4. Mark is awesome, Bay said in 2012. We had a blast working on Pain and Gain, and I'm so fired up to be back working with him. An actor of his calibre is the perfect guy to reinvigorate the franchise and carry on the Transformers legacy. What Bay didn't say is that Wahlberg wasn't his first choice, with Johnson confirming he was initially offered Transformers in a tweet from 2013. In a Rock Talk Q&A on Twitter, a fan put the question to The Rock, "I've heard you participate in a Transformers movie. True or not?" Here's Johnson's response. "Michael Bay offered me Transformers, but I was unavailable due to Hercules. Then Wahlberg was offered the role." Did you know in the original plans for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, the writers have Megatron on the television screens instead of the Fallen? In the DVD commentary for the movie, it's confirmed that the scene featuring the Fallen being shown across TV screens was actually supposed to be Megatron. Here's what writers Robert Orkey and Alex Kurtzman had to say.
We debated with Michael a lot what this reveal was going to be like, because Michael very much did not want to do a War of the Worlds kind of aliens reveal themselves to the world thing. And
even though we were arguing how different it was.
But he really felt like he didn't want to tread on the same ground that Steven had tread on, which I understand from his point of view. And yet the logic of the story required it in many ways, because the aliens stepped out and then asked, for the world to basically go find this fugitive Sam. So, again, a lot of this stuff was created in post.
And I believe originally it was Megatron who graced the television screens, right? And then we actually had him, no, this will be the moment where the Fallen actually arrives.
This was originally, that was the It had always been written as we come around the other side of the supercarrier to reveal Megatron.
Right.
And then when we all made the decision that no, the Fallen needs to arrive
the Prime
at the
is
midpoint.
gone, exactly. Then the Fallen arrives.
Yep.
So there you have it. That was some things you might not know about the Transformers live action series. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe learnt something new. If you did, why not drop us a like, and also leave us a comment of any interesting facts or secrets that you might know about the live action franchise.